Hi fam, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be going over an update on my debt and my debt payoff plan. If you watch my next video, you will see my debt payoff plan for 2021. This debt payoff plan is my overall debt payoff of all my debt and how much I actually owe. I am drinking wine, and today's wine is Stella Rosa Moscato. Guys, I love Stella Rosa. I have her whole collection. Every brand that she has, I have at least 2 bottles of it. So I drink this. I don't drink a lot, but I do try and have a glass of wine at least once or twice a week. So with that being said, we are going to get started on this video. I do have my planner here. And in here, if you see me look down, this is because this is where all my numbers are, and I would like to make sure that I have everything correct. So let me tell you a little bit about myself if you are new to the channel. My name is Carolyn Ann, and most of the things that you will see on my channel are debt related, budgeting, cash envelopes, sinking funds, different things like that. However, I do lock videos. I am on my lock journey, so you will see a couple of lock updates thrown in there. I am 56 years old, and I am not afraid to say my age. A lot of people are. I don't care. I will be 57 on February the 8th, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. I will go over my old starting debt and the debt that I just accrued and added into my consumer debt, as well as a breakdown on my debt and where all the numbers are coming from. We are going to get started. As you know, I am currently working on my consumer debt, which is my credit cards, personal loans, and miscellaneous loans and things like that. I paid off all of my medical bills. I paid off my Capital One, and I paid off Best Buy and a couple of other small bills that were in collections. I did not have my student loans or my mortgage added into that. However, after I paid off Best Buy, I bought my husband a computer for Christmas because he needed a new computer. And I took the 2 small debts that were in NailNet and threw them in with this consumer loan because I want to get them paid by the end of the year if possible. They were not on the freeze when the government did the freeze because they're not government loans. My old debt, before I added in the 2 small student loans and the new Best Buy, was the starting debt was $38,194.80. After I added in the new Best Buy and the 2 small student loans, my debt went up to $49,999.34. So that was a debt increase of $11,809.54. We have been consistently paying off our debts since July. That is 7 months. In the 7 months that we have been paying off our debt, we paid off $17,107.36. That is what I'm working on, and I would like to get as much of that paid off as possible this year. My goal is to pay off everything except for my car payment, but I would like to try and get my car payment up under $10,000. So now we're going to go over the breakdown for my overall debt. In my consumer debt, without the 2 student loans, my debt balance is $41,615.79. My mortgage is $71,688.91. Now here is where all the debt comes in, guys, and I'm a little embarrassed about it. But I'm not. It was a learning curve. I have a master's in business administration, and when I did start with school, I took out more money than I should. I didn't really pay attention or understand how it would hurt me in the long run, and instead of just taking out what I needed, I took out and I was getting money back from the government to, spend on books or whatever I needed to do. And that's where that money started adding up to, and then the interest started compounding on it. So my total student loan is $133,035.44. And yes, I know that's a big number, but that is not what it originally started out. My student loan was $155,000 plus before I start paying some of it off. So my total overall debt My total overall debt is $246,340.17. Yes, that's a big number. So when I tell you my goal, you'll understand why. My goal to pay off all of my debt is 8 years. I would like to have all my debt paid off by the time I'm 65. I am hoping to pay it off before then, but my long-term goal is 8 years. So I'm looking for my short-term goal to be 5 years, but we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to stress myself. I'm not going to make myself sick paying off debt. I'm just going to throw as much money possible toward debt as I can. That is where we stand on our debt. If you looked at the 2 videos before this, and I will put it somewhere up in the cards, you will see that I did do a debt payoff plan for 2021. That is for 2021. This is my overall debt payoff plan on how many years I would like to try and get this money paid off. I will be doing an update once a month on how much I paid off and if I've met that goal that I've set for each month. I did sit down and calculate the numbers, and I think I can get it paid off quicker than what I planned on, but I'm not going to stress. So a couple of things that I've done, you will see some changes in my sinking funds. I do have a number of sinking funds that are important to me. However, I am going to condense my sinking funds, and I'm going to reach some goals in some of the most important ones. Then I'll pick back up with some of them that are not as important. So you will see those changes, and I have to sit down and think about how I'm going to do that. So you probably will not see the changes until maybe sometime in February or sometime in March, until I decide how I want to do this. So as you know, I am doing savings challenges, and I will be putting a lot of the savings challenges toward my debt. However, the 52 weeks from last year, I get paid tomorrow, which is the 22nd, and that one will be complete. All of that money will not go toward my debt snowball. The majority of that money won't go toward my debt snowball. I need new tires, so I will be putting $650 of that toward getting new tires. I'm going to put $100 toward my husband and I's birthday, because my birthday is the 8th of February and his is the 17th. We will not be having a party, but we probably will go out to eat and exchange gifts, something like that, something, small. I'm going to give each one of us $50 a piece, because all of my money that I put in my spending usually ends up going back into debt snowball. Half the time I don't spend it, but I give it to myself just in case I want to give it to just in case I want to spend it. So that usually ends up going back into debt snowball or one of my sinking funds. However, I would like to put some money in my pocket so that I can treat myself, because I don't do that a lot. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll put some money in the mattress fund to go toward rebuilding my emergency fund. The biggest amount after the tires is going to go to a medical procedure that I need to have paid before we can go forward with the procedure. So that'll be about $300. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Our last stimulus check, my husband needed tires, and the majority of the money went on his tires. He has a Chevy Avalanche, and his tires cost almost $1,000. With the rest of it, I did give me and my husband some out of it, and the rest of it went into sinking funds. We have not received our stimulus check yet, and if we do, I'm going to again give my husband and I some money out of it, and the rest will go into sinking funds, debt snowball, things like that. So that is where we stand on our debt and our debt payoff plan, on how I plan on paying it off. I do have a debt snowball sinking fund, and I do put money in that regularly. That's where I get the rest of the money to pay toward debt at the end of the month. So guys, that is really all that I have for this update. I am not following Dave Ramsey to a T. I have adjusted it to do what's best for me and my family. You all may do things differently, but that's how I do it, and that's how I will continue to do it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the description box below. And do realize that what I do is for my family, and you can do yours the way you want to do it. But please don't come for me in the comments on how I am taking care of me and my husband's needs and how we are paying off our debt. This is our debt journey, and your journey is your journey. You choose to pay yours off how you want to pay yours off, and I am paying mine off how I want to pay mine off. So fam, that is all for this video. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, sharing my videos, and turning on that notification button so that you'll know next time I upload a video. But that is all for this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, fam.